अस्तु मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्युर्माम् अमृतं गमया. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Namaskaram, friends. Today I welcome you from the banks of Ganga, Rishikesh, and in this video we will discuss again theory of karma. I am sure you would have seen part 1. Just to recapitulate what we did in part 1, what we have seen is the types of karma, that is 4 types of karma we have already discussed. They are Sanchit karma, Prarabdha karma, Agami karma, and Kriyaman karma. And their significance we have seen. And also in part 2, first question we have already discussed. Now we will proceed further, and we will start this session from question number 2. There are 5 great questions about the theory of karma which we will try to solve, try to unfold them, try to get the answer. And in case friends you have missed part 1, please see those that part 1 so that you are able to understand this part 2. We'll quickly go through the slides of the part 1. Type theory of karma we have discussed. So there are 3 parts in this session about the theory of karma. First is types of karma and their significance. Part 2, the 5 great questions, and part 3, how the theory of karma can lead to liberation. So we have already covered part 1 and one question of part 2. So remaining questions and part 3 we will cover today. So introduction we have seen. Part 1 we have seen Sanchit karma, Prarabdha karma, Agami karma, and Kriyaman karma. We have already seen. Then Sanchit karma, we have already known what is Sanchit karma. Prarabdha karma, we have seen. Agami karma, we have seen. Kriyaman karma, we have seen. In conclusion, now we are coming to second question. Now the second question is, as you can see on the screen, we know we know that the karmas of our countless past lives, they are stored in Sanchit karma, and from that Sanchit karma a portion of that is taken out, and they are attached to the child who takes birth, and they are known as prarabdha karma. And the child has to experience or exhaust all those prarabdha karma throughout his life before he leaves his body. So that is the main thing which we already covered, and now we will see. But the question was that in which part of either Suksham Sharira, or how do the karmas travel from the previous birth to the next birth, or the portion of Sanchit karma or Prarabdha karma, how do they travel to the present birth? Friends, the answer to this is that we have already seen that karmas do not affect Atman, because Atman or self or Brahman is ever pure, ever clear, ever clean like crystal, and ever illumined. It shines forever. No karma can bind Brahman or the self or Atman. They do not affect the Atman. Then how do they travel from one birth to another? That the reason is that that goes to individual jiva. And what are that in individual jiva? That is Suksham Sharira travels from one body to another body along with causal body. Now causal, what is causal body? That is Karan Sharira. And all our karmas are engrossed, embossed in causal body. They are stored in Karan Sharira. And once Karan Sharira travels from one body to another, they go along with Suksham Sharira to the next birth. So, friends, the answer to this is that Suksham Sharira along with Karan Sharira, they they travel to the next birth. So, as it is mentioned here, karmas are carried by the subtle impressions which are known as vasanas, and these reside in the Karan Sharira, which is causal body. Along with mind and prana, they travel to the next birth. I hope I have made this point clear, this question very clear. And now we'll move to the next question. Question number 3, we'll see on the screen. Now, question number 3 is, can Sanchit Karma be destroyed? Now, before we get the answer to this question is about Sanchit Karma, let us first understand why do we want to destroy the Sanchit Karma. You know, now we know that Sanchit Karma is a storehouse of our countless past births. Now, friends, unless and until all the karmas of Sanchit Karmas are exhausted, we will not rest and go on taking birth after birth, death, rebirth. It will not stop. So, how do we attain liberation? How do we get moksha? How do we get rid of ourselves from this birth and rebirth? The answer lies in this, can Sanchit Karma be destroyed? So, the answer to this question is yes, Sanchit Karma can be destroyed. But again, how? How Sanchit Karma can be destroyed? So, we will see in the next slide that Sanchit Karmas can be destroyed by self knowledge or Gyan. So we must acquire the knowledge about Brahman. Self knowledge means it is knowledge about Brahman. And how do we get that knowledge? By meditation, by the scriptures, through scriptures and listening to the saints, we get the knowledge. So, on realizing the self as Brahman, the entire storehouse of accumulated karma is burnt. You see, friends, now the imagine a storehouse, a warehouse where bundles and bundles of cotton they are stored, and one spark of fire is enough to burn entire stock of cotton. So similarly, same way, once knowledge dawns, entire storehouse of the karmas which are there in Sanchit karmas, storehouse of karma, that is Sanchit karma, are destroyed completely. Immediately they are destroyed. So this means this is the first thing, first step towards liberation, that our Sanchit karma should be made zero, should be nil, should not be any this, so that we don't have to take next birth to exhaust those karmas which are pending in Sanchit karmas. All right. So next, we'll go to the next question. The question is, the fourth question is, if Sanchit karmas can be destroyed, as we have seen, can Prarabdha karmas also can be destroyed? Can Prarabdha karma also be destroyed? Friends, uh, Prarabdha karmas are those karmas which are attached to the body at the time of taking birth. Now, it is like, the arrow which is already shot, and you cannot get back that arrow. Once those karmas are attached, they've started ripening. So one has to experience or exhaust those prarabdha karmas, and they cannot be nullified. They cannot be burnt or destroyed. There is no way these prarabdha karmas can be destroyed. So the answer to the whether prarabdha karmas can be destroyed, no, prarabdha karmas cannot be destroyed, and they have to be experienced by all during their lifetime, during this their lifetime. So we'll see in the next slide. So the slide also says that no, prarabdha karma has already started to fructify. So the fruits have already come, and we have to experience those karmas like an arrow already shot. And even a realized sage or a jnani undergoes prarabdha karmas until body falls. So even the saints and sages, they experience prarabdha karmas, although they have the power to destroy prarabdha karmas, but they don't do it. They don't go against that, and they experience and exhaust the prarabdha karmas before their body falls. So friends, prarabdha karmas, all of us have to exhaust, have to experience. There is no way to destroy them. But sanchit karmas, again I will come back to sanchit karmas, they can be destroyed. So we'll go to next slide. Next question, and that is the last question. What are Kriyaman karma and how they are important in our lives? What are Kriyaman karmas? Now, Kriyaman karmas, friends, as we have already seen, they are the karmas which we are doing now, which we are functioning now through all our karmendriyas. We are going on adding those karmas, and Kriyaman karmas are of two types. One Kriyaman karmas are one type of Kriyaman karmas are immediately the effects are seen in this birth itself, and some karmas are really cause and effect, immediate cause and effect are there. For example, if you cross a red light and the traffic policeman catches you and challans you, so you have to pay the challan. That is immediate cause and effect. But supposingly you help a needy person, you destitute, miserable person, or help him by any way, by money or treatment or medicines or something, giving clothes or giving shelter to some people. Those causes, those karmas, they immediately you may not get their effect, but they are they are known as agami karmas, and ultimately they go to the kitty of sanchit karmas. But how do we avoid that? This means if we keep on adding in the sanchit karmas through agami karmas and kriyaman karmas, then this means again we will have to take birth to destroy the sanchit karmas or exhaust sanchit karmas or prarabdha karmas. So what happens is, for the realized souls, for those seekers, those who have realized Brahman, they lose the doership of the karmas. They don't have doership attached to their karmas. So this means once you are not a doer of any karma, so those karmas do not bind you. You are absolutely free. So that means those karmas do not go to the kitty of your agami karmas or sanchit karmas. So we'll see the answer in the next slide as it is mentioned here. So Kriyaman karma refers to the karmas being generated by present actions. Immediate cause effect visible even in this life. These actions also create agami karma for future births. This we have already seen. And helping others now brings goodwill and future merit. So all these karmas, friends, so Kriyaman karmas, we can avoid this by not attaching ourselves and working as an agent of God. So friends, these are all about the part 2 containing 5 great questions, and we have seen the answers. So we'll now move to part 3 of the session. The last part 3 of the last session is, so, and it is very important, how can the theory of karma lead to liberation? How can theory of karma lead to liberation? So friends, this we will see in this slide. So so karma and liberation, how different types of karma relate to liberation. So sanchit karma, this we have already seen that the sources of karmas from countless past births must be completely destroyed for liberation. So these can be destroyed by the fire of self-knowledge, jnana, like darkness vanishing with light, meditation, etc. So sanchit karmas can be destroyed like this. Now we'll come to next prarabdha karma. Next slide. Prarabdha karma, already fruiting karma. So portion of sanchit karma already bearing fruit shapes the present birth and experiences. Cannot be destroyed, must be exhausted by living. So, and third is like an arrow already released from the bow, so they have to be experienced. So, prarabdha karmas cannot be destroyed, so we have to exhaust that in the present life. So that next birth doesn't take place. And next slide is agami karma. So, agami karma is karma generated by current actions. For a realized person, there is no sense of doership, hence, no karma binds. Actions happen naturally without bondage. So this also agami karmas also do not mind. So now this slide is very important, which is liberation moksha through karma resolution. Sanchit karma is destroyed, prarabdha karma is destroyed, agami karma does not bind the realized ones. So thus moksha is attained when self is realized and the cycle of bondage is ended. So friends, this way the birth and death and rebirth can be avoided by taking by uh, understanding the theory of karmas, and ultimate conclusion we can draw is that we must do good actions only, even by thoughts. Bad actions or bad thoughts must not come in our mind, as because mental thoughts or mental vicharas or vasanas, they also bind us, and since they also get stored in our suksham sharira and causal body, which is karan sharira. So only good actions we have to do, and while doing good actions also we must surrender all those actions to Lord and do those actions as an agent of God. Now I will give you an example also. Now there is a bank manager who sanctions loans and to various people, but the interest on those loans do not accrue to him, they go to the bank. So because he was acting as an agent. Similarly, in case any unfortunately in case any loan becomes bad, so manager doesn't have to pay for that bad loan if he has acted diligently. So without any negligence, he has, in case he has done, so as an agent, if he has done, so that also will not accrue to him. So this means all the actions, whatever actions, good, bad, whatever we are doing, so they will not bind us if we understand that we are agent of God, and as an agent we are doing all those actions. We must understand the we our actions do not bind the self, and a self is ever pure, as in Taittiriya Upanishad. In my last video, we have already seen that in Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahman is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So that we must remember always that Brahman or self is ever pure, it is real, it is Satya, it is infinite, and it is full of knowledge. So, friends, we will come to the conclusion of this session. I hope you like it. If you subscribe to these videos, you will get notification also whenever my next video is released. So please do come forward, and namaskaram from the banks of Ganga, from the banks of Ganges, and all the best to you. Thank you. Thanks for watching.